approximately 4 minutes on top of that, whatever you might be listening to my voice. Okay, so yeah, thank you all. It's a bit of hectic this evening, but we'll stay through it. So today is the 4th of April 2023, the year of our Lord. And fellow Biafrans and lovers of freedom. This evening is a bit of emergency, but I need to come on air to clear some doubts and some shenanigans that has been going on, the servitude that the enemy at the gates and the gang of criminals that have tried to possess the possession they will never ever in their lifetime. This evening, there are some things I want to lay to bear. But before then, our hero and heroines that have laid down more than in our bar on the 31st of March 2023. That's the issue that we'll be dealing with this evening. I'm not gonna take too long on this broadcast. It's going to be very short and explosive. As you all can see on the screen, they kill us once again. Why? The faceless Chinas Sanwo-Olu and cohort led our comrades to their early graves. This is what we'll be talking about this evening. And everybody must bear in mind that anybody disobeys our supreme leader Mazim Nnamdi Kanu is a attract heavy consequences. Very massive one. Very massive one. And I see so many people talking about people should hearken and hear and follow instruction. And it beat my imagination on the direction that these men are and they want to lead our people. They have sold out. But our duty here is to let Biafrans know without any prejudice. Tonight, I want to bring it to your attention that what happened in Aba was a pure state managed by Chike Doziem. He is the one claiming to be the HND leading IPOB. His henchman, which is the faceless China Sanwo-Olu that lives in desert sniffing dust, is the one they have unleashed like a mad dog to be making unguarded statements, endangering the life of our people. That is not enough. They stage unwarranted protest that Onyendu have standing order. Our leader have cancelled every form of gathering of IPOB or protest in Biafra land before ever even he was renditioned. Having said that, if you want to be those that want to disobey Onyendu and go on a rampage on claiming that they are in solidarity march for Onyendu, I will not blame our comrade, but who are we blaming? Are those China Sanwo-Olu proclaimed that they're going to be a protest. I'm going to play his voice here. What he said in Radio Biafra yesterday is not my interest because everything he said, he lied. Because on the 31st, when this incident happened, never any of them come out to say any word. They never uttered a word because immediately this thing happened, they held a meeting. This is not hearsay. This is what happened with their media rats they've got, not to mention what has transpired in Aba. That is why if you listen to my broadcast, the last broadcast I made, I said I will not mention on Friday. The day this thing happened, I made a broadcast. And I said I will not say a word until we ascertain what happened on the ground. Some people were saying that, oh, Canon Takano share the protest. Why wouldn't they share the protest? These are Biafrans. And we cannot come out to grasp our own. That is how you know those that had are pure. You guys are vindictive. Because whatever that comes good from IPOB, you never shared it. You think he's going to be petty like you people? People that have given everything, the two parents have died. 2017, Canon Takano was present in Afaruku Ibek. He saw what happened there. Just like the faceless monk is comparing what have transpired in Aba and what happened on September 14, 2017. Ironically. And people are saying, oh, you shared it. He shared it. And so flipping what? Because it's Biafrans. So protest, because if you stage protest claiming that these are ESN, we don't need to tell you what to do. Back in the day, we staged so many protests. And those protests was managed properly, timely, without casualty. IPOB underdogs from 2015, 16, 17, we sustained so many casualty, and that was what brought IPOB where we are, because people decided to lay their life. And IPOB, anytime we are on protest, we are what they call on-spot account. Those that will be giving report what is happening on the ground. On Radio Biafra, the person that was shouting that this Abia State ESN State Command was not connected to Radio Biafra to tell Radio Biafra what was happening, but he's on Facebook telling the DSS that this is Abia State ESN State Command. Ironically, you guys set up our people to be mowed down. Over 50 men were mowed down yesterday. The injured one and over 100 of them are missing, courtesy of men that are claiming they are the leadership. And you want people to listen to you? Haven't I said this to China Sanwo-Olu or whatever that guy name is, or whoever that is propelling this monster? That in the real world, if you have not known, I told you, go and study about Liberia and Sierra Leone. This is the recent rebel war that have gone. What is it called? The Ugandans and Burundis. That was a bit. Houthis is a bit far. I'm talking about what's happened recently. The United Nations Commission inquiry in Sierra Leone and knew those people that were, indicted, all of them, including Charles Taylor. That's what I've told you, that you're going to smell the same thing. You people see UN motto, you don't understand how UN function, but I don't want to dabble into that. What I'm here specifically to lay to bear tonight to Biafra to understand that what transpired in Aba was orchestrated to kill our people. That is why 72 hours, just like when Onyendu told them to suspend sit at home, disobedience of Mazen now they can attract a heavy consequences. And our people blood has been, there's a bloodbath in the land of Biafra on 31st of March 2023, courtesy of Chike Doziem. I just want to make Biafrans understand. They came on Radio Biafra yesterday telling you they didn't know about the broadcast, but forgotten that he opened his mouth and said they're going to be a series of broadcast. And Abia State coordinator was on the phone with them. I will come to that. So this broadcast is solemnly. I have been saying this from day one. A lot of people don't understand where we are coming from. We don't just come out and we don't accuse people falsely. China Sanwo-Olu, if he's a human being, like I said, I have defended him as a hierarchy of IPOB, and I have evidence to prove it. But when we discover that this guy, because when Chike doesn't fail with other enclaves they have gone around, they couldn't achieve anything, now they decided to use somebody that nobody knows who he is, vastly, now to perpetrate their crimes. Approaching people. China Sanwo-Olu is an Engwa man, so Aba is his hench place. He knows what is happening there. He can't come here and tell you that he was not on the phone on when this protest was going on. And they allowed those guys to march from where they started to where all this whole thing took place. And Abia State coordinator was wearing black. You ask yourself why. Why was he was an easy target? That's the reason why they asked him to wear that black trouser. Why did he separate himself from others? Since they have sold Aba Fendi or whatever they call it, they say the solidarity to Onyendu. How hypocritical you guys will be is not for Mazen Nandekane. Biafrans must understand that the protest that happened in Aba was not for the interest of Onyendu. Just like Onyendu told them, suspend the sit at home 72 hours. They went ahead and do that. And now they're telling you that to obey the leadership, that one mistake. No, they know that one mistake will cost a lot. You see, this is the reason why we have been telling you guys you need to activate your frontal lobe. We are not here to pet people. But China Sanwo-Olu and Chike Doziem and this gang of criminals have they killed, after they have engineered the mastermind, the criminality in the Biafra land is not enough for them, but now they have come out now to set up IPOB members and murder them in the cold blood. And telling you that they was not aware. You listen to the idiot, what he was talking. Every time he come to Radio Biafra, I remember before even the election, he was ranting that ESN was going to go and defend the Igbos in Lagos. He making a cynical comment. All these comments is detrimental to our leader. ESN was solemnly formed to protect our farmlands and our bushes. Onyendu said if you see any ESN in our township, that person must be arrested. Then now you guys set up our people on the background There's a lunatic that lives in Aba, one girl they call Cindy Peters or whatever they call his name. I will mention his name tonight because all of them must understand that whatever they have done, that we are aware of what they did. To kill our people is the last thing you will do. And at the end of the day, you come out and deny that you should obey the leadership. I'm asking you, which leadership are they going to obey? You guys have sowed the seed of decoy. You can nobody know who you are, and nobody will respect you. Nobody will take command from you. I've said this over time. People don't understand. We're not dabbling into security in Biafra land. That's not hidden anymore. Chinas and I'm going to play your voice here. If you're a human being, even your ears know that you are killing our people. It's not something that is hidden. It's not hidden anymore. There's nothing hidden there anymore. It's not a hidden stuff. It is quite transparent. And they have boasted with ESN. They have done a lot of, state manage, come out and show force about ESN, what you can do or what you cannot do. He lives in Kuwait, you're not in Biafra land. And I think people will be loyal to you when you're not loyal to our leader. Are you insane? Are you that demented? Or you don't think? Or because you have set out to kill our people? You guys have collected money. I will upload what he wrote here. The election have gone because you guys knew you guys have collected bribe. You are no Kezi Bazu gave you guys money. And now he perfected it now to share the blood of our people. You are quick to write, you come into Radio Biafra. You're quick to respond in things. But after you murdered our people, now you start blogging in your page. We have all the information. Like we said, you guys are learners. You have to go and check China Sanwo-Olu on 31st. What did China Sanwo-Olu do from 31st to 1st second? Until yesterday he come to the website to yapping. What was he writing about? He only responded when we called him out. That was the only thing what he did. Now he compared it to what happened at Afali Kwibeg, what happened at Aba High School. But forgetting that all this incident you call that was a responsive when these things happened. That we were there. Men were on the ground. Radio Biafra was on, checkmating whatever that have transpired on those incidents you have mentioned. You see how you're making mockery of yourself? Now they're killing Igbo in Lagos. This is utterances you guys are igniting Radio Biafra. That is why one useless man there, one APC man mentioned IPOB. IPOB now become like henchman to you people. IPOB is a household name. Our people have paid the ultimate price. We are not gangster or bandits. We set outside, we set the goals, we set our agenda. Nobody set agenda for us. But you guys came to bastardize IPOB. What they planned on 2015 to weaken IPOB within is what you guys come to perfect. But I told you guys, every single one of you eat your flesh of your own flesh. For daring this time around in 2023 to share, to water the blood of Biafrans in Biafra land. In pursuit of what only God knows what you people want. You want Mazen and kind of dead. And when it comes to Okukano family, your body itches. I said it from day one that they have a pathological hatred. Your hatred to Okukano family is unparalleled. Because your anger, you are the first person that come on Radio Biafra to malign the Onyendu's family. And nitwit Abba and follow suit. And now you guys ganked up to kill our people. I want to make it abundantly clear. I'm not going to be here for long. I just want Biafrans to know that Chike Doziem and China Sanwo-Olu, the faceless monk that live in desert, whatever they have done, just like Chike Doziem said, at the end of the day, I'm going to play their voices, that he's going to take the responsibility of what has happened. And I thank God that now, the majority of them now knew that when he disobeyed, that one mistake, just the one mistake they did to disobey Onyendu, Biafra land was aflame. Over 1 million people have died because of cost of the sit at home. Whatever that happened in IPOB today because of that particular one mistake you people make. Just like as you are yapping now. What happened in Aba? You claiming that you didn't know. So what was the one mistake? What was the one mistake? People like us, I called you out when I called you out and I said it. No apology. I don't just talk anyhow. There's something you can give to me. The moment I found out you compromised, that is, your generation will become sorry. You men are evil. But now you're saying revenge. I wonder how you're going to revenge. I hope you're not going to be in Kuwait telling people to revenge in Biafra land. I'm sounding this warning to every IPOB member and even our volunteers. And the real because I know that the real ESN cannot come down on the ground and be doing that nonsense they're doing. We share it because we cannot start castigating whatever. We want to see your intentions. What your intentions are. What's your strategy? I think second to the last broadcast he came, people are writing, you will employ some rubbish idiots. They'll be writing rubbish on competing with Onyendu. Yeah, in broadcast, people will be writing bulletin about it. Yapping, you cannot back up. And a cowardice that cannot show his common face. And who the heck do you think you are? You guys take the life of our people. What happened in high school, Abba? What happened in the headbeat journey? What happened in Iguacha? What happened in all these are sacrifices. It has got nothing to do with what you have just done in Abba. This is not for Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. You guys did manage to murder our people and lied about it 72 hours. None of you said a word. Huh? And you're telling me that you're leader, you opening your gut to talk about leadership. Open all your generation or whatever you guys are. You guys are evil. I'm telling Biafrans in Biafra land, just know you today that Chinua Sanwo-Olu, like I said, one thing people must take home is that Chinua Sanwo-Olu is not a ESN commander. Onyendu never mentioned Chinua Sanwo-Olu. Not even Chikedozie mentioned his name. Chinua Sanwo-Olu was one time Middle East rep which he couldn't salvage before he started introducing. Once Onyendu was apprehended and rendition, he started coming to the and said that he's member of the OS. His tone changed. That was when he's trying to groom himself. Firstly, approach Canon Takan to take over. Agenda, everything that guy said, I said it from onset. Whatever he said is what he's doing already. What I want you to take from this broadcast tonight, because it's going to be a very short one, is that what happened in Aba, the protest in Aba, it is not for Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. You see how they attack, you see how they try to tag our leader with evil. They went and sold Fendi, wasting money. All the money they have been stolen, all the money they have hijacked. What is the need of all this nonsense for? He's showing uniform Fendi for our boys on the ground to march. Why people are dying, lying in the hospital? You're wasting money to show uniform for them. That's your solidarity with Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Says who? Did Mazen Nnamdi Kanu carry you to be solidarity with him? Don't you know what to do to obey Mazen Nnamdi Kanu's orders? What was the only thing Onyen asked? You guys are talking about now, if you make one mistake. But the mistake, you guys have made it over and over and over and again. And sit on top of it. Now you guys have come out emboldened to set up IPOB member and murder them. Abia state coordinator knows much. That is why they have decided to kill him in a cold blood. That is why he was wearing that black alone, because he was an easy target. And the girl that was shouting, not only the girl, there's two voices. There's another guy again that was shouting that this is ESN, Abia State Command. I'm asking you tonight, what was all of that for? Even if they are volunteer force in IPOB, who are you signaling to that this is ESN? Because as ESN, you should prove what makes you ESN. That's what I told you guys the day I had someone writing Chinua Sanwo-Olu is a security professor. I was like, are we this docile? Professor on what? On having security badges. That what makes you a security? Who cares? But he can't do it from offsite. He can't do it offsite. Slaughtered our people in a cold blood. In the name of what? You want to please your paymasters. Chikedozie. And where is Chikedozie? Where is Mr. Memo? H&D. A vegetable. I told you guys that the day we watch you guys for a very long time. And I said it's my own. I don't. When I came out, it is you is my problem. Because all of you know that we all know ourselves. When 2015, who were you in 2015? You are nobody. When you made you H&D after Omiomo they went, we all here. There's nothing there. But I don't betray anybody. We respect you guys based on the code of conduct of IPOB and obey before complaint. And we obeyed you people. I know what happened to me when Omar America came here. After I knew that all this was state managed. Came here to destroy. After Omar America came to United Kingdom was divided into 5. And we warned you people ahead of it. But we all knew, and I knew what this institute has sustained because of that particular protest. Nobody knows about it. It's my own problem. But it remains in my name. So tonight, Biafrans, I just want to let you understand that there's nothing they have done that is in interest of Biafrans or IPOB or Mazen Nandekane. These men have their own agenda. Chike Doziem now is the new leader of the Biafran community, whatever they have formed their community. The same thing they even went to Israel, trying to push them to change our name in Israel. That's how far they have gone. They have an agenda. This man does not represent Mazen Nandekane, rather they represent IPOB. I want to let you understand. I'm going to play one video here. This is the fake ESN, because if it's ESN carries, they're in the bush defending our land. So why would you set up our men and call Nigerian ESS with their military men to come and kill our people? And you guys uttered no word. And you have the nerve to compare it with what happened in 2015, 16, 17. That our then deputy leader never sleep. 24 hours is on air. Whatever happened, on spot account will keep the record. And you have the nerve. The infantry. So, fellow Biafrans and lovers of freedom, let it be known that on 31st of March 2023, that Chike Doziem and his gangs set our people up in Aba. Over 50 men is gone. Those that are injured, and over 100 is missing. Because you can see the multitude of people that were in that protest. And we know how we stage protests when we do one. So, we always hold them responsible on their own words. I have some write-ups here. Maybe I'm going to stray through it, right? Which I'm not going to dwell too much on them because I'm not going to be so long here. Yeah? Now, the reason why I'm putting this thing up here is because China Sanworu, only response he had on his Facebook after this incident happened was respond. This is what he wrote. He said, tell that idiot that the same reason that led to massacre of our people in Afaruki Beg, National High School Abampo, and many others placed in Biafra land is the same reason why our people were massacred in Aba on 31st of March 2023. Can you listen to this to show you? And the same person coming back telling you he didn't know. He didn't know who staged the protest. And the audio that where he said it is here. Those who were massacred were not protesting for the release of Chike Doziem, China Sanworu Chike Doziem, or any member of DOS. They were protesting for release of Mazen Nandekane. Do you see the vendetta? Now, he's trying to build alibi that he was protesting for Mazen Nandekane. Mazen Nandekane never asked you to protest for him. Onyendu made it abundantly clear. Onyendu have indefinitely suspended any form of gathering, IPOB in Biafra land, and protest. And that order remained the same. That was the reason why he told you people not to suspend the seat at home, which is the ghost town. But do you see how this guy is an evil person? Because he's a vendetta. Now he's trying to justify that he's doing it for Mazen Nandekane. You're not doing it for Mazen. That's one thing I came here to clarify to Biafrans. It's not for Mazen Nandekane. It's for your own agendas. You people have sowed that seed of decoy, and your generations will not come out of it alive. China Sanworu is not it's not Nworu in DSS dungeon. Do you see how he's mocking our leader? Nworu is not in DSS dungeon. People should be reasonable sometimes before they come out on social media to talk rubbish out of their hatred against China Sanworu. Nobody knows who you are. You are a faceless monk. No, who is now, when somebody is talking, people that live in stock and dead will be talking as well. You claim that you are leadership. You're doing it for Mazen Nandekane. He's not doing it for Mazen Nandekane. You're doing it for your own agenda. Okay, see, as well, you are following Baman have given you money. All of you guys have shared a bag of money. Nothing else. Election is over. The PDP lost. I continue. This is the exactly, and look at what he says here. He said, I know election is over. They have banked all they are collected from politicians and they want to come out on social media again to cause nuisance to public. Exactly what he has done. And now he's telling you that. Exactly what he has done. And this one is another thing again he wrote after that is again. He's now complimenting the zoo military as they threaten. They said, oh, don't threaten us. Of Nigerian IG, warning IPOB, stroke ESN, Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant Farouk or Yaya, has warned that neither IPOB, ESN or none other group of individuals should threaten the integrity of the nation as enshrined in the Constitution of Federal Republic of Nigeria. Now, this is what he wrote. He's complimenting them for what they did. He never said anything against what they did. Now, the next thing now is now accepting what the so-called Yaya have said. The Chief of Army Staff. Yeah? To show you that they are working hand in hand. This picture here you can see here is the Abia State coordinator. You see the guy down there with the black is wearing. Yeah? It's Akparawa Mende. This is IPOB. This is IPOB Abia State coordinator. This guy was on the conference call. The ironic of all this whole thing is that this, you know, when he was narrating about how they called, they made a phone call, put all these things was bunkum. China Sanworu and Chike Doziem was on a conference call with this Akparawa Mende, which is Abia State coordinator. They were on phone, on the ground, even when this guy was shot. This particular lady they call Cindy Peters was far away from him because he was on the front with megaphone. And he was an easy target. They picked him up. And when he fell, they went on a meeting. Instantly, when this guy fell, the so-called media worms they have, all these riffraffs, now said they would never mention even his name. If we didn't call them out, they couldn't have come out. He came. Go on, listen. I don't listen to them. You know, if there's anything important to pick up on them, I will. But I George Ume will never waste my 1 minute. Say I'm listening to China Sanwo. But I'm saying to you that Akparawa Mendi was in the conference call with Chike Doziem and China Sanwo and others when this protest was going on, and they were leading them where how to march. More than 45 minutes they were marching. If these guys come out, our people normally do protest sometimes. 15 minutes, everybody's gone. But not to identify themselves to the magnitude. White is everywhere, and only him is wearing black with megaphone. Easy target. Easy target. And they set them up and murdered him because you know why? Akparawa Mendi knows all the atrocity that Chike Doziem and his gang of criminals have committed in Aba. And they have no option to use Cindy. That Cindy of a girl is who they have using to terrorize and kill so many IPOB members in Abia State. I'm saying it tonight unequivocally. So all these things they are doing, they think we can sit down here and watch them. What we are saying is that these people will have their own day. Because this is a pure genocide. Annihilation of our people. This now, China Sanwo-Olu and Chike Doziem, now they saw about Fendi for them to justify the money they have collected from every country. Stifle IPOB finance, that is their agenda. But we're here to tell them that, you see where you guys are going, including your media worms. I want all of you. There's no amount of state manage you guys will do will save any of you. Because at the end of the day, you guys have soiled your hands. And the wrath of Chukwukabiama will visit all your generations. They murdered this gentleman for no reason. Because he knows too much. And Chinas, I want to tell you that they didn't know. The phone they're talking about was a conference call they were in when they were marching. Another thing again I want you to take home is the so-called barrister. The property lawyer before in Abuja, which is Ejiofor. Ejiofor went to visit Onyendi yesterday. Ironically, this cut and paste that he normally does, he never mentioned to Onyendi what happened in Aba. Ejiofor on this, I'll just put it here. Ejiofor never mentioned the slaughtering of our comrades in Aba to Onyendi. Tells you all you need to know. He went to visit Onyendi yesterday. What he does is copy and paste. Copy and paste, nothing else you do. But to tell you how vicious and evil these men are, he never disclosed to Onyendi what happened. That our men was lean by them and murdered in Aba. Aba is the heart of our leader. Anybody remember when Onyendi went to Aba in 2014? Aba is there to Onyendi. Anybody knows that. Everybody knows that. Aba is there to our leader. Something cannot happen to even one IPOB member. There must be emergency broadcast. 72 hours. These monsters never said a word. I just want to bring, even Ejiofor himself is complicit because all of them are the ones collecting money from, when he said that they're collecting money from politicians, they know that money that was collecting, that's what that happened between them and Soludo. Soludo now discovered that without Onyendu, there won't be everlasting. Because if I wanted to come out today, Onyendu, one word you said, everywhere will come. They don't want that to happen, but it will happen eventually. At the end of the day, Mazinanka will come out alive. Just like I saw of you are eating yourself alive now. That's the reason why I just want to bring it to your notice. Now, I want to play the video. This video here is so-called ESN under one command. This is not ESN. These are the clear squad Chinas and his gang of criminals. The more they have started from IPOB, they gang up, that is the people they're going to send on people on the ground. If the media worms cannot, or they pay all their media worms. If they could not achieve their vendetta with their media worms, now they will send the government to kill you. I'm gonna play the voice here. It's not me that said it. It's one of their boys opened their mouth and said that Chinas are actually killing people. So I'm gonna put it here. You hear with your own voice. Well, these are one of the ones he used. According to them, remember when he went to Ohofia, they claimed that there was cadet. You remember how many people they murdered in Ohofia after that? Nigerian soldier invaded Ohofia. After that cadet passing out, they claimed them. Where are those men today? He told you one time that these were going to be arresting people. This guy have made unguarded statement. Somebody even in Fasauna. He's not, I don't know what, maybe anybody that know him, whoever is selling with him need to ask his supplier to give him a proper one. Because he said things and forget about what he have said. Forgotten that there are people out there that take record of what you guys are doing. ESN Onyendu made it clear to the whole world that ESN was a necessity, was formed to protect our land. You have made in cynical comment, even extending it to Yoruba land, that now costing lives and properties of Biafrans. But you don't know when he made those comments. I don't want to dabble into that. But your words spiked a lot. Even the so-called, some of APC, so-called Igwe is not, there's no Igwe outside Biafra land. In the chair. Then at the end of the day, he claimed that IPOB will come. They will pay IPOB, give IPOB job. IPOB job, for crying out loud. We sponsor whatever we do. That's why we're IPOB. Onyendu refuse somebody to buy our transmitter in 2014. I overheard you talk about there was going to be a transmitter he bring in Biafra land. I ask you again, the one we bought in 2014, where is it? Is it not you people that told the SS? It's in the SS dungeon. Custody tomorrow morning. That was why Benjamin Imanibu was involved in what is happening. Because that transmitter was in his house. That's how Benjamin Imanibu would get involved. That's why he was arrested. Now you're talking about another transmitter. He want to undo Mazin and the kind of this riffraff. He come to level ranting like a mad dog. People are you employ some riffraff nitwicks. They are appalling you once you're yapping. They'll be writing on social media as if there's something to back it up. You send our people, they murder, they kill them. What can you do? You want to revenge? Make sure, including your sister in Italy, all of you are in Aba, who you want to revenge. But any IPOB that have that discerning mind must not pay attention to this individual, must not listen to this individual. That is why you have killed so many of our commanders, because why? They cannot take order from you, they don't know who you are. You might be a messenger, secret one, but you want to make yourself relevant. By force! If you guys have done what you've done in abroad, I said it before, how much more people that maybe that look up to you guys, what you guys will do to them? But I tell you one thing, you see you guys, none of you will go scot-free on what you have. The crime, we have all the records. Chike doesn't say we take responsibility. Now it's open. You're running away. I thought I have the video, I have the audio here that said your chief of staff. You are chief of staff of where? Government. IPOB is not a government. We are freedom fighters. This is where you guys get yourself messed up. We don't have leadership within leadership in IPOB. We have only one central command, the Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Nobody else. Everybody take order, everybody throw suit. Nobody, no bagger. Only one Nnamdi Kanu, one central command in everything we do. For your information, You guys are doing some riffraffs. You want to turn this into Anaylsis Ndigbo, even more dangerous than Anaylsis Ndigbo. Not IPOB. So-called Ndigbo in Lagos says he's going to be paying IPOB. Pay which IPOB? Which IPOB is he paying to come and protect him? And you started this nonsense. And now the music is singing. Even they mock them, those that are fine, protect themselves or to agree. You know, he talks so much unguardedly, this guy. Because people know you, but if you're a man enough, show that your monkey face, then people will deal with you properly. Chine's Chike Doziem now is gone under hiding. Mr. Memo, the Chronicle of a Saboteur, the enemy at the gate, have gone into hiding after stealing IPOB fund. That money will kill all of you. Now, I want to play another video again. Because at the end of the day, this is the video.
They are shooting at us. Yes, we are peaceful protesters and they are shooting at us. Nigerian government are shooting at us. We are peaceful protesters and Nigerian government is shooting at us. They are shooting at us. Throwing targets everywhere. We are peaceful protesters. We are peaceful protesters and they are shooting at us. You can hear the gunshots.
For your information, the person that's shouting like this mad dog is the so-called Cindy Peters. Is the girl that sold out our people, and now she's hiding somewhere when these men are being mowed down. This girl is hiding somewhere. Now, she's hiding somewhere, confirming that they are killing them. This is the person China Sanwo. This is the China Sanwo henchman in Aba, henchmissis in Aba. Cindy Peters. That ugly monk. These people are evil.
Biafra Alpha Power Media International.
Viewers worldwide, this is the Instant Security Network of the State Command.
Did you hear it? This is another version. This is a man, somebody is recording this and telling the DSS and the Nigerian army who they are. They are not armed. We don't have ESN in our township. It's on record. Onyendi said it. But listen, Cindy said the same thing. This guy who knows this guy is saying the same thing. I given them clue who these guys are. And after that, the bloodbath came in.
And the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, and other states, on a peaceful protest to demand for the release of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, and also asking the Nigerian federal government to adhere to their own court order and release Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. It's happening. It's happening. The people are en masse. The people have come out en masse to demand for the total release, to demand for the total freedom of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. We are asking for nothing. Our decision is just simple. Our demand is just simple. Nigerian government should obey their own court order and release Mazen Nnamdi Kanu.
If you go back on this video, you see the Abia State coordinator is the person lying down there, and yeah, the same girl is the one shouting. She's hiding somewhere and doing this because Mende was an easy target. And as soon as he was felled, China Sanworu and his gang of Chikeduzium, they held a meeting. Nobody to spoke about this. If we didn't call them out, nobody should have known that Mende is gone. When the Canon Takano, they say Canon Takano shared it. Canon Takano shared it with a good faith. If you guys know what we are doing, it concerns Biafra. His two parents have died, and he think he will fold his hand and watch you make a mockery of what people have paid with their price. So when you guys say you are the leadership, yeah, you are the chief of staff, aren't you? So if you guys stage protest, we will support you. But when we found out that now you have staged protest to kill our people, then we won't let you go. All you have to say, if you know what to do to restore Biafra, do it. And if you know what to do not to restore, like as you guys have hell bent now that Biafra will not be restored. You are the ones now. You are the real enemies within. Mendy was shot. And this girl, the so-called Cindy, was shouting. The young man is lying there. Lifeless. Look at him there. He's lying there lifeless. And she's somewhere. He's there. He's wearing black. It's very easy to identify. He's the only person wearing black trouser pants among all the people. All the fake Fendi they sold in Aba, wasted our money. Was just to prove a point. That's why sometimes you see them, the state managed people bring them out to justify the money they have embezzled because they cannot give account of it. I know a lot of people have forgotten, but I'm going to bring it back because I will go back to finance. I'm going to lay bare 747,000 before we go to Umueri account. And now, question of the money that they have collected for the last 15 months. Where is those money? That's what they're justifying here to you to see. But it's very, very heartbreaking. You can see how our people came out, even though protest has been suspended. But China Sanwo-Olu, I'm going to play his voice here where he said that protests are going to kick off home and abroad. He said it with his own mouth. And he's denying after he killed our people because they didn't reach out with our people. Let's see. Mende is dead. He's gone. Yeah. He's gone. So I'm gonna play the voice of just to know.
Alpha Power Media International.
They confirm him. Oh, 1 second. It's not this.
Biafra Alpha Power Media International.
And you expect Mazin and the but if you found they have fruit.
I know there's some people that don't understand it, but because this guy is a clown. The guy is actually saying that this demented monk that lives in South Africa, because everything is about they're going after our leader's family. But I told him the day they cast that stone is the day they sow the seed of Bitcoin. Now he's justifying and telling you that China Sanwo-Olu is actually killing. There's another audio where he said that they're sending DSS. They don't hide it anymore. Even the Dracula teeth in Austria have said it about, giving people's name to DSS. So it's not something hidden. Now, this one is confirming it here. They will label you something, just like I saw, it will tag you something. Now, when you want to kill a dog, give him a bad name. Just like us, I will give an example of myself. Because I'm a principal officer. When they can't get their way, they tag you something and they kill that person. I said it before. So now he's saying that if somebody starts stealing, how do you know that they're stealing? If you are not stealing with them. But it's confirming it here. That actually China Sanwo-Olu. So these people that were more than on 31st, what was their crime? I'm asking. Just a question. What crime have they committed? What crime would you tell Onyendu that have committed? While Onyendu told you, you are not protesting for Martin Nandekano. You are on your own. You guys are on your own. The reason for that protest has not been clear to anybody. And that's not a good, because if it was something that was real, Radio Biafra was on. Every protest we have done in Biafra land, Ike Peters is there, Arozi is there, there's other people, other broadcasters Radio Biafra. Why wouldn't they be connected and be talking on spot account? But it's on Facebook. You telling the ESS that this is either state ESN command. Yeah? But this guy here now, when I told him that, the loudest person in the room is the weakest point, just like Chinas and Woru, because him, that's, a lot of dust that the guy have sniffed in desert have blocked his Omilangata. And second of all, because he's a pseudo person, so he can be talking anyhow. After drinking and smoking high, then he come out and be ranting. And now as they plan it, they'll be clapping for him as if it is irrelevant. There's nobody that know you, my brother. You're nobody. You are nothing. As long as IPOB is concerned, he could not savage common Middle East. They gave you. You couldn't do nothing about it. Till tomorrow morning. You say you are a member of the US. What is your portfolio? Nobody ever asked you that question. I'm asking you. But listen to him. Because this is one of their... Now they're talking about religion. It's not religion. You see everything in life. That's what they call boomerang. And karma is real. The next... They are coming for you guys. You see, everything you people done in secret will come in open. In nutshell. That's why I don't have permanent friend, neither enemy. But the day we find you wanting, we will shred you. It's a promise.
Chinasa is pointing finger. So yes, and then resolution, then you expect the chief of staff to leave you. That is the question.
I hope you guys are listening. Chief of staff. Did you hear that? Chief of staff indeed. I said this over time. IPOB is not a democratic elected government. None of all this clown were elected by anybody. It is the structure that was set up. It's only appointment. And only man that have that power to appoint and dismiss who is our spinning Amazon Namdekan. You see, when they started talking about this equal right within IPOB, I warned them. We are not yet a political, we have not achieved what we are fighting for. We are into what they call quasi-military system. Get that into your things calls before you're ranting about calling a moron. You people have structured IPOB as a zoo system. You're giving Chinas and Woru, you're hyping Chinas and Woru. A faceless idiot that nobody know who he is. Somebody that you don't even know. Because he has no balls. His sister lives in Italy. We have our picture and everything. We know who she is. Chinas and Woru, all his family member in Aba, all of them, they live in barracks. Some of you don't know this. All his relative lives in barrack. For the evil that got, that's why the men they kill men, because men they know too much. They set him up and murder the guy in cold blood. That's why he was the only person wearing black. A day will come. The testimonies it's something of heard. But listen to him.
Because they will be as a member. They did the Zoom machine and the mud. Now I want the madana. They why. They did as a lawyer say, hey, ride on because maybe yes, I because you are not serious.
Okay, no gear. When they cut you, they will cut your balls off. This is what somebody is saying on a social media. He will do to his own fellow comrade. Did you hear that? Did you just hear that? So, how do you justify the zoo when they kill our people? This is kind of utterance that comes out of their mouth. And he told me you will not boomerang. You guys are in for a very long time.
They think we are here to joke. If some sensitive position, I have to because
I hope you had it. Hand over. I think it's clear to everybody. I think it's clear tonight to you that it is not me saying it. This is a confirmation because this is their spokesman. Even when they say they suspended me, this idiot that have never served in any capacity in IPOB, that have not dedicated in time for anything. The only thing they gain is that this guy was living where I don't know, in one of all these South African countries before Ikechukwu Onora made him to come to South Africa. When he even unelected, Ikechukwu gave him 2,000 or whatever in this era and time. Imagine people, they don't fight him. Kevin Fee is a businessman with $2,000. Talking, yapping all these things, and people are listening to it. Right? All they come to get from IPOB, they never gave back. They have never served IPOB with their heart. A media warrior. Who made you media warrior? If goes against Onyendu before on media, caused so many issues within IPOB because you people are claiming media warrior. Who made you media warrior? Who made you media warrior? And where did he come from? Every IPOB member that have a smartphone is a media warrior. Who made you media warrior? Who made you media warrior is what I'm asking. Let's finish this audio here.
Have to be very dangerous.
Biafra Alpha Power Media International.
Okay, I'm going to play the voice of China Sanwo-Olu more before
Biafra Alpha Media International.
And you expect Mazen but you have fruit. But Chinasa is pointing finger. So yes, and then then you expect the chief of staff to leave you. That's the question. If ESN member, then the machine on the mud. Why? Then China's ride on because you are not serious. Something is wrong with you. They think we are here to joke.
They come on social media. Then we start chicken.
I just want to go straight to get near this guy. Yeah.
When the problem is that's when you have nonsense. And we are not going to take it. But our duty is to make sure protest will continue.
Did you hear it? This is China Sanwo-Olu saying that protest will continue. I hope everybody hear it. I don't want to dwell on this. Did you hear what he just said? He said protest will continue. So, because when they try to deny that Akwalawa Mende, which is the IPOB Abia State Coordinator, they know what happened to him, and they were in conference call with Akwalawa Mende, and everything that was happening on the ground, they were giving them all spot account secretly until he was mowed down. So, as you can hear, he said it here, that protest continue.
Everywhere, all the places we have announced it, please already have been instructed. The protest will start. Because the code is going down and people, the protest will start.
Biafra Alpha Power Media International.
I hope you guys listen and hear what he said. So
Biafra Alpha Power Media International.
We are not going to dwell on this any longer. And fellow Biafrans, is a very quick one. And like I said, tonight, let every sundry understand that China Sanwo-Olu and Chike Doziem does not represent IPOB, neither Mazen Nanekan. Whatever they do does not represent our leader. It's a travesty. and it's detrimental to Onyendu because they want to hide under our leader's name and commit crime, just like any other person claiming that they're under anything under Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But we are here to repel them. I thank you, fellow Biafrans and lovers of freedom. And probably before the week runs down, we will come down to do more justice to this. But this is a quick one for everyone to bear in mind what has happened. We are mourning. Everybody should be in state of mourning at this point in time, because at the end of the day, so many men have gone down for no reason, for the negligence of those that are pursuing a different agenda. This is not IPOB. This is not what our leaders have suffered for. This is not why their parents have died. This is not why millions of Biafrans have died to sell out our own. China Sanwo-Olu, the faceless monk and so-called HND, the vegetable himself, the chronicle of a saboteur, Chike Dozem is an evil man. But they will never get away with this. Mark this day. Thank you. And may Chukwuka bless every single one of you. Those of them that have laid their life, may their soul soldier on to fight with us until Biafra is restored. Most importantly, may Chukwuka guide and protect our leader until we meet again. Thank you and good night from here. That one. Okay, so yeah. Thank you all. It's a bit of hectic this evening, but we'll stay through it. So today is the 4th of April 2023, the year of our Lord. And fellow Biafrans and lovers of freedom. This evening is a bit of emergency, but I need to come on air to clear some doubts and some shenanigans that has been going on. The servitude that the enemy at the gates and the gang of criminals that have tried to possess the possession they will never ever in their lifetime. This evening, there are some things I want to lay to bear. But before then, our hero and heroines that have laid down more than in our bar on the 31st of March 2023. That's the issue that we'll be dealing with this evening. I'm not gonna take so long on this broadcast. It's going to be very short and explosive. As you all can see on the screen, they kill us once again. Why? The faceless China Sanwo-Olu and cohort led our comrades to their early graves. This is what we'll be talking about this evening. And everybody must bear in mind that anybody disobeys our supreme leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a attract heavy consequences. Very massive one. Very massive one. And I see so many people talking about people should hack in and hear and follow instruction. And it beat my imagination on the direction that these men are, and they want to lead our people. They have sold out. But our duty here is to let Biafrans know without any prejudice. Tonight, I want to bring it to your attention that what happened in Aba was a pure... Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wonderful people of Biafra. Depending on your time zone, wherever you are listening to us this moment, my name's Mazi George Izuchukwume. I reside here in United Kingdom as one of the humble servants of indigenous people of Biafra under the leadership of Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and nothing has changed. This evening, today is the 27th of April of year of our Lord 2023. As I welcome you, please welcome others. Because tonight, we are going to unveil a lot of shenanigans going on within. Biafra Alpha Power Media International is standing in the gap of Radio Biafra for your information without no apology to anybody. We will lay it to bear as our leader have taught us. As a student of Radio Biafra, we fear no body or remorse when we're saying the truth. Onyendu said that when Chukwuokike Abiama called him, when Radio Biafra started first, Onyendu never anchored Radio Biafra. There were a lot of people that were on, even Canon Takano was anchoring Radio Biafra. Some of you don't know this. Because Onyendu's voice and Canon Takano's voice is the same. The first time I heard Canon Takano's voice, I thought he was our leader. So for some of you who doesn't know, back in the day, from 2012 to 13, 14, Canon Takano often, up in Radio Biafra. I'm giving this because I want people to understand why we are here. This is not saga or to please people. When Onyendu came out, a lot of people detest Onyendu. I remember one of my friends, I sent Onyendu link. The guy called me and said, George, please, I don't want to listen to this. I've said it before, one of the programs. And the guy today, his mother, is booking mass for our leader. Having said that, I just want to acknowledge those that have doing wonderfully, sincerely, the hardcore IPOBs across the globe, those that believe in fundamental core values of IPOB, without any shred of doubt, without no fear of favor, standing on that oath we took an oath to restore Biafra. Not for me. I don't have a permanent friend, neither permanent enemy. As long as you're doing what is being said, I have no issues with it. But the day you deviated is the day you become your worst nightmare. As you all know, we are not here for prejudice or to malign. Anything we say here is as it is and with evidence. Our sources are 110%. So tonight my monologue is, firstly, I want to reiterate, because a lot of people have forgotten. You know what the cabals are doing is to drift attention of the reality. But like we promised them and we told them that anything that have beginning have an end. Chike Doziem is no longer the head of Directorate of State of Indigenous People of Biafra. Chike Doziem is leading Biafra community on whatever you want. He might be in exile. I haven't got a clue. But I'm letting you know tonight, if you're not aware. The purpose of this is for every assembly to understand that what we do here is not about gravitating about facts. But we'll give it to you the way you might not like it. But like I said, what transpired in Aba on the 31st of March was abomination in our land. Onyendu said, for Biafra to come, we must be white and whiter and whiter than snow. Onyendu said, if we kill our own, Biafra will never come. That is why Onyendu make it openly. That was Rike, you see him flip-flopping. Because in this world, one thing that stands the test of time is truth. I'm letting you guys know tonight because at the end of the day, we owe nobody no apology, because what we are doing is what Okeke have called us to do. So what they're doing is to deviate your attention from the onslaught that went on in Aba, and we say no to that. This man must be held accountable of their heinous crime in Biafra land. As I go forward in this program, I will be showing you the facts about how they have compromised the lives and the security of our people by that single act of treachery against our leader and IPOB at large. Now, when what took place in Aba took place on 31st, I did program on that same 31st, and I said I will not comment on this issue until we ascertain what happened. Because when we say things, we don't forget them. I want you to quote me right when you want to quote me. And I came back on forth, and I lay you to bed. I told you what happened. And as I'm saying tonight, Chinasa Nworu came on Radio Biafra and was gravitating around and said, misogynist, talking things that make no sense, blame the death because Yahweh, all this was calculated and something that was masterminded, including their erats and their media worms. After they murdered Akparawa Mende, they held a secret meeting, saying nobody should talk about this. But I want to review one thing to you tonight as well. As you all know, the vegetable himself that leading the Biafran community came on Radio Biafra after 15 days of this particular, murder. And he was so, vulnerable that he couldn't even hold a 2-minute or 1-minute silence for the death. He's playing games with the life of our people. Because he was the masterminder with his Aram boy that lives in Kuwait. They call Chinasa Nworu the faceless monk that lives in so-called desert that's sniffing dust there on a daily basis. He never mentioned what happened in Aba. What does that tell you? And it was hidden. That was not in the camera like I'm talking to you now. I've always said it. Onyendu speaker, Onyendu Mazen now kind of talk to us on camera when he's doing Facebook Live. He's on Radio Biafra. I don't know if he doesn't know how to operate, being on connecting from studio and be on the radio. You don't have to hide your face. Other people, even those that are claiming that they are leaders, they're all of them, their faces out there. Why are you hiding your face? Not coming out because as I'm talking, you can look into my eyes and you can see. I'm not fringing. Because what I'm saying here is something that dear to me. I have a lot to do to devote this time and my own time and my money to be doing what I'm doing. But Chike Doziem has no balls to even to mention that those he claimed that he was leading were massacred in Aba. But I want to tell you something tonight. Like Chinasa Nworu claimed that he called his so-called H&D, informing what was going on. All these are lies. We have sources. Matter of fact, Chike Doziem made a personal call to Akparawa Mende. Sometimes when people are lying or you playing games with people, you cannot get your way all the time. Who sold Abafendi to them? Where was the fund, resource for that Jagatia project went through that they saw no amount of men that were on the street that they were wearing same white, only Akparawa Mende was wearing black, which is a target. But I can tell you now that Chike Doziem made a call across Akparawa Mende, told him that they want this to be peaceful. Chike Doziem told Akparawa Mende that I want this protest to be peaceful. Because Akparawa Mende was a humble servant. I have been a victim of these monsters. In United Kingdom here, when they set up Umwada, the fake Umwada that come to United Kingdom, I know what it cost me. I will tell you on a very good day. Some people that are close to me know what happened in UK here. Even though I was the only person that questioned the meeting, the para meeting Okachi called. Okachi was not UK national coordinator. And I told him in his face, I don't play games. I fought for Okachi in United Kingdom, but I told him in that meeting, as Okachi, you have got no right. After Onyendu have made you the head of medical corps, director of medical for the first time, and which I don't know what he's doing with it today, and you call it a para meeting where we'll have a new national coordinator in the United Kingdom. All these things we are following command and control. After that, I still went through to try to contribute mine to make sure we facilitate this to go forward. I know what happened to me. So Akparawa Mende was one of the humble servants following command and control. Chike Doziem told him, we want this to be peaceful. I will tell you today that when the Zoom murderers were killing our people, they took off their shoes. What does that tell you? Our people, you guys know what I'm talking about. When our people, when they caught them in the middle of between Ngwa Road and Osisioma, where they have 2 barracks there, where China Sanwo-Olu's family members are residing as I'm talking to you. This man took off their shoes when they were shooting at our people. This man was unprepared. But guess what? Cindy, Chisom Dream Peters was on the background telling them that this is Abba State ESN Command, in collaboration with IPOB, matching for their leader, which I'm going to play her voice here. And there's another man there saying the same thing. Chike Doziem could not mention the death. And some of you are playing games with the life of our people. I will speak Igbo for one thing in this program. Onye si na oji ofo ijikwa aja ani. Ajụjụ na-ajụ ụnụ n'abalị a, onye si na ya ji ofo ijikwa aja ani. Ofo bụ nke asatara asata. Ka nke enyere nna gị ka nna gị nyere gị. Pardon me for using this language, because this is very, very deep. Chike Doziem and his gang of criminals. Ijikwa ofo, obuni iji ofo, ijikwa ajani. I want you to go and ponder to this word tonight. But I want Biafran to know that Chike Doziem set up our people and murdered them in a cold blood in Aba with his collaborator, China Sanwo-Olu, with the same girl they call Chisom Dream. I will mention their name here. All this, they call them Umudum writers. This bunch of riffraffs. Because I remember when Umuchuku writer was formed up, that's why I mentioned Ezekwesi, but Ezekwesi fell when Uchemofo left IPOB. I made my investigation and I found my finding. He's a gentleman. I spoke to him. He lived in New York. He was the first person that interviewed Onyendu under Umuchuku writers. When Onyendu went to New York. We are here. We're not going anywhere. We'll give you facts and figures. So all these riffraff, I'm going to mention their names. These people are the people that China Sanwo-Olu is using in Aba. China Sanwo-Olu have done indescribable things in Aba and of Axis, including Olu. Why have you asked yourself, why is it that Olu is unrest? All these evil men we have within IPOB, all of them are from there. They have sworn. That's where when Umiomio cried. Umiomio made some references on what has happened. So because what they did was they want to divert our attention, they forgot about what happened in Aba. We say no to wait. We are going to hold them accountable. Let them not forget that we are living in a very civilized world. I said I will always refer you guys to what happened in Liberia and Sierra Leone, and those bear the consequences. I just wanted to let it to bear. I will play the audios, as when I'm getting to where I'm going to play them. I'm not going to play it now, but I will still remind you of what transpired in Aba tonight, because at the end of the day, it will never go away. Now, I just want to let all you guys know that, the zoo are trying all their best to make sure they dehumanize our leader. Over time, I said that Mazen Nandekano, if he was sent by man, personally, I, George Rume, will not budge. The day I had Onyendu's voice, gross bomb was all over me, and since that day to today, I have never wavered. Anything that concerns no man preach Biafra to me. Someone say, listen to Radio Biafra. I always say this. And those that United Kingdom, that I took out, that was what I said. I say it all the time. Get that video out there and understand who I am. I don't play. Whatever I say today, wake me up tomorrow morning, I will be saying the same thing. So, the tuberculosis outbreak in DSS is intentionally targeted. That was screen leader by the so-called presidency. But at the end of the day, we know what they are doing. And our leader will come out triumphant at the end of the day. And nothing I want to say again, today there was this court in a Supreme Court of the, but anybody saying that is secret. I don't know why every little thing, this riffraff, we want to turn it into propaganda. We were aware of what's going to happen, and we know what was going to be the outcome. All the value they've passed, what have they done with it? Nobody should come here and tell us about Zoo Law Court, because Onyendu has, even United Nations Working Group has sanctified our leader. to be, discharged and acquitted. One good news I have to comment is about the Idiara Gold. This same, our sister that came from the same, I think is from the same place Akwara women they came from. There is some people, and we must respect them. My sister, we welcome you back in a mix of the hard cause, because you have paid the ultimate price, and that is the reason why we're doing what we're doing here. We're defending those that have paid that price of honor. Your name shall be right in the gold, as our leader said. Now, I want to say something here, because over time, people don't really realize how far these men have gone. There is something that has been trending, and I want you to connect the dots. What happened in Aba is something that have happening even when Onyendu was here. Within the structure of IPOB, this man has been playing these den gods among themselves. But some of us wasn't clear to us what was happening because of the command and control, we've been put on, and we still respect it tomorrow morning and our code of conduct. When they cannot blackmail you and you don't succumb, two things will happen. Is that like us that in our blood, they will expel you without even giving reason for that. But the people in Biafra land, what did they do with them? Is either you do what they ask you to do, or they will send the SS after you, or they will eliminate you. And China Sanworu has been doing this perfect, because we have it in audio. It's, like I said, whatever they have said is what we are using against them. I don't come here to fabricate my own words. What I do is that I take out what they have said, and when they said it, and I will give it to you. Now, the so-called Udala writers took it upon themselves and tried to blackmail a young lady that was a hardcore and that was involved in IPOB security architecture in Biafra land. That have worked us seriously, because with our sources, we don't just come out and say things. Because we are media outfit, and most of all, I believe to take responsibility of my own words. Anytime, any day. I want to make something abundantly clear here. Neche, that young lady, all of us remember that, and suddenly we didn't see her again. One time, I think I read something above, she was saying that DSS was training her. And sometimes again, they kind of smear attack on her on that she was in somewhere in Lagos or whatever, on TikTok. But do you know why they did that then? That was the old pictures like that young girl that have life over her. Even though she's enjoying in the beach, what aren't you enjoying where you are? What does she have to do? She's a young kid. That's your child abuse, for crying out. That's it. Even if in the real world, they will charge you for child abuse, for allowing that girl to get involved in what we are doing. It's a child abuse on her age in that time. I want to make it clear here. Baby soldiers in Sierra Leone, in Liberia, people went to prison for it. Guess what? The propaganda on Neche, Chukwu, Nenye, is a cover-up of China Sanworu on his atrocities, activities in ESN in Aba. No, what we are seeing now is a piece of what this guy have done in Aba. China Sanworu's family's member, the one that still left there, lives in the barrack in Aba. He's an Ngba man. He's an Ngba man. Neche knows a lot about China Sanworu, sabotage, and the killing of ESN, commanders and lying against them. This is our sources. Chinasa Nworu come out to deny whatever I'm saying tonight. And what Neche knows. We don't know where she is. But what I'm telling Chinasa Nworu, don't forget. Ndi Igbo si na dibe na agwa otoro. Ebe ka ike gede. Dibe na agwa otoro. Ebe ka ike gede. If you guys are threatening that young lady's families back home, we are not living in a archaic age. Every single thing you guys have done is on record. Mark my words somewhere. Mazen can never grooms ESN to turn the gun against of our people. But they have done so, and they have come out publicly and threatening people. All these things are on record. Propaganda and blackmail are Chinasa Nworu alternative weapon to silence those he couldn't kill or hand over to DSS. I want you to quote me right. All this I'm telling to you tonight is I say it. They said it, if they don't hand you over to the police, then they will cut off your balls. I will play their voices here. It's not me that said it, it's what they said. Now, Cindy Peters and Amarachuku, Debbie, and Umuchuku, devils, are working for Chinasa Nworu to blackmail Neche. After helping him to disappear Akwarawa Mende and kill over 50 others. Abamasaka. Neche will definitely speak when the time is right. Chinasa Nworu, you don't need to shit on your pants. Because when you guys carry smear attack on her and showing her pictures in what's it called, that she had on Instagram, that's her private life, is because you want her to come and be talking and be ranting on social media against the formation you guys have created to distract attention. There's no any hardcore IPOB member will be distracted. We came out and fought those we thought that were enemy, but we never know. That's why when I told you guys, because some of us, we don't forget things. When we say things, a lot of people might take it out of context, but we don't lie. I don't gossip. Anybody that know me know I don't gossip. Come to me talking rubbish at back, I don't listen to you. When the day I called Chinasa Nworu, the day I said Chinasa Nworu has a pathological hatred to where Onyendu is. It was taking, all of them was taking shot at our leader. One day he came out and openly said that Onyendu suspended into Chikedesium. My word confirmed. It was confirmed. There's no if but. Now again, as they are now moving forward, they thought all of us, they will bamboozle all of us to one corner. And when I told you that Chikedosium was the enemy at the gate, then I refer you back to Onyendu. I think second to the last or third broadcast he did, that every single one of us should go and watch the enemy at the gate. I said it to people. But today, everything we have said have come to pass. One thing I want to let Biafrans know is that when you see these people pointing finger on somebody, know there's something about that person. That young lady, whatever she is, Ukikabiama will be with her. But the ones that is still in our back, and they're giving 2,500 naira to carry smear attack on someone that's not in your lead anymore, will be tired of it. And to blackmail somebody. And every single one of you that are going after this girl for no reason, don't forget, your own family, they are not hanging on the tree. They are not in the street. When you start killing people, all you've invited is an anarchy. No man is a monopoly of violence. When you turn the gun against your own people, it will move boomerang. Mark my words somewhere. So I'm sounding it as a warning tonight. Chinasa Nworu and your gang of criminals, all this riffraff you have in Aba, all this Umuchuku, Gota media rubbish, including all this useless Emeka gift, all these are a bunch of idiots. Family right, I remember when they fought Uchemofo. That's one thing I respect about Uchemofo. And I'm saying it today. Despite that they fought Uchemofo to new physical and spirituality, they confused his head, twisted his head. All the fraction in IPOB that brought problem today in IPOB, Uchemofo kicked against it. In United Kingdom here, when they created Aba women, which of us said no, that we don't want fraction within IPOB. We don't, I stand on that. If somebody is answering autopilot, these are fractions. There's no name. Any name that does not resonate with IPOB, count me out of it. And that's why we have problem today. Because these people bring their own outside agenda within IPOB. If you have something, that's why Onyenu say, bring a spirit argument. If it's good, we accept it. But not bringing your own, innuendo into what we are doing. And that's what have brought us. Onyenu open that door. And look where we are today. I don't blame him because our leader is blemish. Mazen Nanekan is a god. He's good as diamond. Till tomorrow morning. That's nothing like him. And if we miss this opportunity, our generation, I don't know what they will call us. So I want to move forward tonight. Like I said, the blackmail, the cabal is kind of against nature. They are wasting of their time. And the young lady will speak whenever she will speak. That is what our sources told us. And take it to bank. Those that are striving, try to kill themselves, know that whatever China Sanwo-Olu, all the crime he committed in Aba, he will answer to it. And beyond. Including Chikedozie, because that must be accomplished. At the end of the day, all of you will be judged together. I will move on. Now, there is something that happened, I think, yesterday in South Africa. And first of all, I have to thank my comrades in South Africa. IPOB worldwide in South Africa. IPOB, one family in South Africa. You guys have done us proud. And I must commend Mazi Innocent Anya, the comrade. The reason why I have to touch into this tonight, because when I told you that Chikedozie is an enemy of the gay, people don't understand. I have said this before. In this world, when something does not happen to you, when he found first-hand information, he must treat you with care. Before Onyendu was rendition, United Kingdom scheduled our women to be doing protests in front of number 10 Downing Street. Before our leader was kidnapped. And United Kingdom started that protest. We were doing it on a daily basis. Even it brought problem because some people don't know how to manage things and they don't listen. Guess what? Those protests was boycotted by Austin Albany. Because Austin Albany, that nitwit, is the one actually engineering. Because Chikedozie doesn't come out and speak like he told you. But he's a snake. He's the most dangerous human being you want to deal with on this planet Earth. You see me? I hate people that it doesn't speak. Any man that don't speak, run. They will kill you and still laughing. They boycotted all those protests. And there is no country that have protested more than United Kingdom since our leader was extraordinary rendition than United Kingdom. It's on record. But I want you, that is why when they wanted UK media, we look at those monks. Everything is on record. Mazen Nandekano will come out alive. We are not arguing here. But the truth is that what happened in South Africa, have opened everybody's eyes. That Chikedozie will go to the far to block Onyendu's protest. But people were using IPOB name to raise fund. Chikedozie never moved muscle. But they will go far. What did I say to you? They do not want Mazen Nandekano to come out again. They have written our leader out. China Sanwo-Olu, Chikedozie, Austin Albany, Isaiah Oba. What is his name again? This one, I don't mention Isaiah Oba. Isaiah Oba is nobody. I'm calling this one the head of media. Chukwudi Former. The so-called deputy leader, deputy DOS. I don't mention this clown. This man. But as all of them are cabal, none of them want Mazen Nandekano to come out again, and they have written our leader out. That is why they went this far. I hear somebody saying, are you still hearing about United Kingdom? Let me say this to some people that clown that don't know. If you can go to company's house today and type IPOB Worldwide CIC, you will still see Sophia Kano as a director there. You will see Sophia Kano is still a director there tomorrow morning. We left all these things that way. But what I'm saying for those that don't know, what does that tell you? Secretary made herself a director in somebody's company. I own company in UK. I know how it runs. Because these people, they gave you information to come and talk. You're looking at it when you're talking. You have never been part of it. You don't even know what is happening. But I have to give my accolade to our comrades in South Africa. They did us proud. But this has shown you how Chike Doziem and his gang of criminals, one man Nankanu, released from DSS dungeon, ASAP. They lied that DSS poison Onyendu. They attend DSS poison Mazen Nankanu. And this clown they call Mwachineke is still putting that nonsense in his scream anytime that idiot is broadcasting. The so-called rapture media that is had nothing to do with IPOB. This is a monetized page they're making. That's why they make their end. They're making their ends meet from the blood of our people. But Chike Doziem and his gang of criminals went as far as going to get a restriction from our people not to protest in South Africa. And they've forgotten that South Africa was one time a country that was fought for liberation for years and oppression. That's the countries that human rights want. And he lives in Switzerland. These are civilized, supposedly civilized people. It's like in United Kingdom, you want to go and tell police to stop somebody not to protest. Do you know what that means? Do you know what that means? If they could do this, what did I say to you guys before? I said, if they could do what they do to us that live abroad, these men are men that have their businesses and whatever they do, they came out to protest for Onyendu, and they were stopping them not to protest. But they allowed our people to go and protest in Aba and be murdered in a cold blood. What an ironic. These are evil men. I said, because your generations will not come out from this particular seed of decoys that you guys have sown. So our people in South Africa was restrained not to protest. But our people back home in Biafra land, Chike Doziem gave them green light. It must be a peaceful protest. And send Nigerian military and their murderous agency to kill our people. They were shooting our people in a, when they ambushed them, these men took off their slippers and be killing our people because Chike Doziem told our people it's a peaceful protest, and they were shouting that this is Abia State ESN command. On the background, child, God forbid. I will flash the document they ascertained to restrain our people in South Africa, and one of the clowns they sent out to come and stop them. But Okeke judged him by himself. Because what we do here is not to malign anybody. We come here to deliver a note. And at the end of the day, you might not like what you said, and I don't care. But it must be said. If you have the balls, you could say it. But if not, keep out of the way. When Onyendu came out, there wasn't a lot of people that can listen to our leader, though. But if you had that voice once and grew to it, that means you were called. That doesn't mean you will not fail on the west side. I just want to, I'm not going to read through this. But what I'm going to do here, I just need to get, give me a second, I need to get up this on the screen. So I just want to let Biafrans understand the kind of people that we are dealing with. Because it's very, very important that we lay these things to bear. Now, this is, this is the document these guys ascertained to restrain our people in South Africa not to protest in United Kingdom, United Nations office in Joburg for the, inhumane, degrading treatment our leader. Extraordinary rendition on his own is a crime against humanity. And these men took out their time and their money to protest for the immediate, to the unconditional release of Onyendu and Nnamdi Kanu. Guess what? Because when we are telling you guys We have a lot of things Chikelusem have written as an email. If you read that email, you'll be asking, is this man actually leading us? This is what happened between them and Simon Ekpa. I don't want to bring that guy's name here, but I will say it. Because when Simon Ekpa find out that these guys, he was holding meeting. And when they tell him to swear an oath, but he want the guy to swear oath while allowing him to come to meeting. I don't understand how that, I can't put it together. That's why I said, I'm not involved in whatever they say. But that brings me to this thing tonight. This thing here, it says, in the High Court of South Africa, Pretoria. It says, in the matter of indigenous people of Biafra, South Africa, NPC, and the number is there. He say, first, applicant, then Mazi Okechukwu Isu, national coordinator. And the so-called names that is mentioned here is mentioning, these are respondent. The people now, you see here, the respondent, he's mentioned there is Basichika Ude, innocent area, which is the Western Cape, and Chukwudi Obiukwu, which is the third. Chukwudi Obiukwu is actually the SADC rep. Can you imagine how demented these individuals are? This guy is just a national coordinator, if he's one. But now, he's now litigating a SADC rep that he's under. That is where we are at. And tomorrow you will ask him the world, how would they take you serious? For life of me. I want to go to, because this is the names, respondent. So, the names of respondents are here. I think this is online. Anybody can go and find about it. Respondent, all participants to the unlawful protest stroke. Picket and march under IPOB at the UN office. Notice of motion. This is a notice of motion, according to them. Kindly take note that the applicants intend to make an application to the above honorable court on the hour 2200 hours on Tuesday, the 25th of April, or as soon thereafter as console may be hear from an order in the following terms. And they start. Dispensing with the rules, regulate of form, service, and time period as prescribed by the uniform rules of the court, and directed that the matter be enrolled and heard as an urgent applicant in the terms of rules. 6:12. So now they're taking IPOB to court. They say that the respondent and any associated person of people who have been suspended or dismissed from the indigenous people of Biafra, in bracket IPOB, and are interdirect from going ahead with their plan, march to protest, picket at the United Nations building or anywhere in South Africa on 26th of April 2023, or any further date under the name of IPOB stroke indigenous people of Biafra, or any such of variant of names or prefix and suffix in a manner to cause prejudice to the organization that indigenous people of Biafra alternatively. My brother, these people have gone far. I'm not going to be reading all this here, though. But what is this is telling you is how far this man can go. How far they have gone. Now, they actually restrain. If they have the power, they don't want anybody to do anything that is actually benefitable for Onyendu or IPOB at large. But you know what? I have to tell you that our people in South Africa, Innocent Tanya and his group and our comrades there, you guys have done IPOB proud. And Mazen Nandekano and IPOB at large will be everly grateful to what you guys have done. Because they cannot circumvent, justice in a very civilized world. But this is disheartening for what we have seen here now. I'm not going to be able to sit down. If I say I'm going to be sit down here to read this, it's going to be all night. So, but at the end of the day, as you can see here, I come to the third page. I'm in the fourth page here. The person that signed this is signed by the Joburg on 25th of the day, April 2023. And whoever signed it, the councils and the Basan House. So they were actually restricted not to protest. And the names are, he said between Hall and Festival Street, acronym 000, attorney, whatever, and registers above Honorable Court, and the respondent, and actually he was giving their phone numbers. How devilish these men are. Their names and their phone number were listed on this particular note of emotion. These guys, they raised against people that want to protest for our leader to be released unconditionally. Jesus Christ. And yeah, I think it's the same thing. If I'm not mistaken, I think it's the same thing. I think there's one affidavit as well. This one here, there's an affidavit that attached to it actually. They found an affidavit. They took affidavit. This Okechukwu issue went ahead. They took affidavits. He sworn an affidavit, sworn an oath. And in this oath here, I'm going to leave from let me say here, he said that the founding affidavits, I, the undersigned Mr. Okechukwu Isu, do hereby swear under oath and state that I am an adult male, age 44, and a Biafran national from Nigeria, who is the national coordinator of the indigenous people of Biafra, South Africa, situated, he said, Darringen House, suit, wherever he lives. He said he's taking an affidavit on what he have said because, when the law took his place. So the guy went far. Even as he had pulled all these things, it's not enough. The guy went out and sworn an affidavit to back it up, to make sure that our people did not protest for Onyendu. I don't know what else to say. But what I want to state categorically clear here is that Chike Doziem does not represent IPOB. Chike Doziem is the leader of Biafra community. But they want to stop our people not to protest. That is how ironic and evil these men are. I will stay true because this is this is the same thing here. But at the end of the day, the South African government ignore them and grant our people the permission and their fundamental human right to exercise that right, and they protested. Now, I just want to let Biafrans know this is the animal that they sent, they unleashed this dog to go and disrupt our people in front of United Nations office in Joburg. But he will never in his lifetime again try something like this until the day he sees his ancestors. That is his face. And I want Biafrans to take note of this monster. And I will give you his name because, like I said, we always have our sources, and our sources will always give us what we want. His name is Emmanuel Isimmiri from Ozobra, Anambra State. His name is Emmanuel Isimmiri from Ozobra, Anambra State. This is the animal they sent to go and disrupt our men, those that were genuinely from heart to protest for the unconditional release of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. I'm just making it abundantly clear for you guys to know who this guy is. I'm moving forward. Our brothers and our comrades in South Africa, will thank you guys once again for your marvelous work. Now, there's something I want to point out here. This tweet here, this particular post here is posted by Chinasa Nworu. Chinasa Nworu was taking, he always he always shot himself in the foot. Like I said, once he saw your hand, everything you do is become detrimental to you. Now, he wrote this thing on his word. He said, remember, he said, I can't see that thing, but I think he said, remember, because of the NECO. Now, what he's saying here is that what happened in the 2021, if everybody remember, and I'm going to play his voice where he was actually accepted that Onyendu actually sent a message. Yeah. So this particular post up here, he said, remember, it is because of this NECO that some idiot decided to sabotage IPOB leadership in 2021. Yeah? In 2021. Are now seeing that what NECO is doing now, we expect them to attack NECO for rescheduling NECO exam in Nigeria. I hope most of you Biafrans have seen how these fools, out of jealousy, envy, and greediness, did all they can to sabotage IPOB sit-at home order on 8th of August 2021. And today, they are supporting those calling for sit-at home to continue for the sit-at home. I reserve my comment or Mazen now it kind of comes out. Anybody that are listening and see this thing now, judge for yourself. China Sanwo-Olu is still referring, making references to the ghost town. The sit-at-home, Onyendu, requested they suspend 72 hours before they even come and announce it, that have cost over 1 million lives in Biafra land. That is what he was referring. Because he was referring to Canon Takano. If you listen to Chike Doziem, when they tell you Canon Takano is nobody. But Canon Takano, when Chike Doziem was asking what was the reason, suggested, tell them that NECO exam is coming on to honor our leader's word, because Onyendu have spoken. When Onyendu make a statement, it become automatically a law. And there's something Onyendu see ahead when he was saying what he was saying and what is happening today. Now, this is response from Canon Takano, because Canon Takano does not, he doesn't hold his gun down. He said, Canon Takano said, what I stopped Faceless, aka Mohammed Abbas, from doing on the 092, 098, 090821 was what he did with his mistress in Aba on the 31st of March 2023 by murdering Akbara Wamende and over 50 men. Why did you deny that? Why did you deny them murdered? You have no business in IPOB. And so some of them are jumping up and down today. What happened in the Zoo Supreme Court? You'll be sitting down and asking yourself question. Are these people for real? What is it got to do with what we are doing? United Nations, when we have first time in the history of man, Biafra sue the free arm of government, United Kingdom. That's the foreign affair. After they give that particular verdict in their court, now foreign affair now unveil what they have, the inquiry they put up on our leader to state that our leader was not giving what he's supposed to get, the help from British government. You ask yourself, is your force running around like a riffraff? If you get our sister out, that's what we've been get paid for. There's nothing to rejoice about. It's your job. You get paid. And there's no secret there. So I just want all our stuff to understand that it was a singular mistake they made that has brought death to our people. But today, China Sanwo-Olu is coming out to still remind our people after he have murdered them and all the things on ill things they have done, he still have no remorse by the Sobel Onyendu. But at the same time, he's the one telling you, that people should always listen to what leadership say. I don't know how I speak because I speak English. I'm not a Ngba man. I speak Central Igbo, So, but what I'm saying tonight is that for people to understand, China Sanwo-Olu is one of the Amara Miami Hoa. That is his own word I'm taking now. So I just showed all these things here to you to understand where we are. Now, maybe they think we have forgotten. But as I'm going forward, I'm just going to be playing. I'm going to play this Aba Massacre video again. As I'm playing the video, I will be analyzing the video. I'm not going to play the video and just left it that way. I'll be playing it, And at the same time I'm playing it, I will be analyzing the video at the same time. Because at the end of the day, I want you to understand that what we do here is to open your frontal lobe to understand where we are and where we are going. Now, the Aba massacre, a lot of people think is something that was happened naturally, or some people are comparing it to what happened in Afaruku Ibek. I want to say it categorically clear. Afaruku Ibek, High School Aba, Headbridge Onitsha, Mpo, Igbocha, all these are price we pay for freedom. None of this was orchestrated or was set up by our own to go die. All of us was in one accord, and every participant was doing what they should have done in their own capacity. Our then former deputy leader was in Radio Biafra. All the sport account, then our sister Waka Waka will always be on the ground giving on sport account. I want to remind you guys that you guys are not dealing with idiots. We know what happened. Afaluku Ibek, they made an attempt more than 3 times. Even Kanu Takanu was in that house. They never run away. Onyendu was there. That's different. China Sanwo Chikedozem, where are you? Are you on the ground? When our people were slaughtered, he wasn't there. Mazin Nankanu was held in DSS to Collection Center before our people started protesting. That was a reason, that was a need for it. Just like as they come out to protest. But this protest was orchestrated because you knew what was going to happen to our boys. If the protest was made, normal people protesting, there wouldn't be any casualties. They were not prepared. He told them to be peaceful. Because even the Zoo military and their murderers, we are taking off their shoes. What does that tell you? If there's what our people were working with, all those things already has been destroyed by the tradition. That's why these men were taking off their shoes when they were shooting our boys. Are you guys going to deny it didn't happen? And the so-called Chisom, whatever that girl name is, or shouting in the background that this is Aba State Command in collaboration with IPOB. You know, what is all this all about? That's my question. So I would love us to listen to their voice, and I'm going to play. You know, the ironic thing is that I don't know if you guys listen to Chike Doziem on Radio Biafra. I'm going to do something here. I'm definitely going to try to listen to him. You know, so I'm gonna play his voice. So let's listen to his voice, and we'll take it from there. That's what I'm going to do.
Alpha Power Media International.
They hear our voice or not, they must be assured. In fact, they should be rest assured that the DOS, the Directorate of State of the Indigenous People of Biafra, the leadership of this great movement, which our leader Onyendu Kanu put in place, is leaving stone unturned. We are not relenting in any manner in doing what has to be done, what must be done, what needs to be done, what should be done to ensure that our objectives, which remained.
It's quite pathetic when this guy is talking, because I just don't want to allow him to be talking without maybe interjecting on his ranting. You know, if you listen to his voice clearly, you will agree with me that Chike Doziem on his in a good day, when he talk, it doesn't. You know, I know he lately starts sounding stammering, because he now has become so petty that he cannot get his words. He cannot get his words together. But does it really make any sense on what he's saying to you, though? And things he's saying here, does it really make any sense? That's one thing people should be asking themselves. What is it that Chike Doziem is talking about? If you listen to him, pay close attention on what he's saying. Because this is a man that actually murdered more than 50 people. Over 150 people are missing. He did not mention their name. He did not say what happened in Aba. And these people, let me say something here. Our people need to be careful. Our people need to be careful the way we do things sometimes. This sentiment of a thing and docileness of our people is something we need to revisit. This man is the man claiming that he's the leader. He's now the leader of IPOB, in quote. Our people were mowed down in Aba, even though he's the one that asked them to go out and protest peacefully without being prepared. And now from the back, he sent the zoo armies to go and kill them. He never hold 1 minute silent. He never say, oh, our people were mowed down in Aba. At least consolative words, there's nothing that come from this man. This guy is a stone cold murderer. Quote me anywhere. No leader will watch his own people being murdered without making comment. After 15 days, he appears in Radio Biafra without uttering a word, without even mentioning those that have been died. And he's telling me that this kind of a person is somebody you will be proud of if his hands are not soiled. Let's continue listening to his jargon.
Same as always, are both fulfilled. Our immediate objective, as I have always informed Biafrans, is to ensure that Onyendu rejoins us.
You know what? When he said Onyendu rejoins us, he's mocking our leader. He doesn't want Onyendu to come out. From every shape or form, Chike Doziem does not want Mazinan. Chike Doziem doesn't talk when Onyendu talk. He's here. He's talking about leadership. Ask him, which leadership are you actually referring on? Is it the leadership of Mazen Nanikan or your own leadership? Which leadership is he talking about? Because when they talk about leadership, when they started this phrase of leadership, I said, these guys, they have an agenda. IPOB have one central command. Which leadership is he talking about? Is it Biafra community? Is he referring to? He doesn't want Mazen Nanikan to come out. Anybody that said he's rooting for our leader, he cannot deceive people like us because our eyes are open at all times.
The family that he has left for going to 18 months and counting now. And of course, rejoin us in order to continue the battle forward and to continue on the work and the mission. And of course, our second objective, the most, one of the, well, I wouldn't apportion importance to both of them, but both are as important. One is as important as the other. Under the watch of on the day of our Heroes Remembrance Day, heroes and heroines, of course, our people.
Yeah, I want to interject here. He said the days of our hero and heroines, so he knew that people actually fell. But on this day, this monster never remembered those that he murdered in cold blood in Aba. Chike doesn't put call across to Akwalawa Mende, specifically telling Akwalawa Mende that this protest must be peaceful. And they must wear white. Akwalawa Mende was wear black to make him the easy target. But he knew. He's now telling you about what's going to happen on 30th May. But he never paid homage to those that he led to their untimely death. What an irony.
Should prepare to buy a kola nut, one kola nut on that very day. That kola nut, we shall also use it up as a point of contact with heaven and with our ancestors. Dan.
The reason why I'm trying to beat a bit of what this guy is saying, Biafrans, This is not the first time Chike Doziem have come out and told you to get the color nut. You know, these men are diabolic. And I would advise some of you today, you acting weirdly, because some of you that I knew before that are claiming they are hardcore, some of you, the way you behave, I sat down and said, are you actually the same person that I know? But as something struck me, someone was saying something. You know, like those that live abroad, there are so many of us here that have been here for years that don't have their whereabouts. And I found out that a chunk of people, especially here in UK, has compromised. I don't want to go deeper in this. But sometimes I'm going to talk about this because some people I know before, the way this individual behave and the way they are behaving today is quite opposite. To say that when we see things, we say the way it's like Onyendo has taught us. But I became shocked on some of them, their dealings. Now, I want to advise you, 30th of May has got nothing to do with Chike Doziem. Chike Doziem has blood in the hand. So 30th of May will not wash out for whatever he said. Whatever he's saying it because he's mocking our people. He's not saying it for the betterment of our people. He's indirectly mocking our people. He never mentioned the people that died, the recent death, the onslaught, the massacre, Aba massacre. He never come out of his mouth through all this ranting. He never for once mentioned them. And he's telling you what is going to happen. How you're going to get Colonel to get heaven. Which heaven? All these are the rituals they've been doing. One way or the other. Because we will fight you physical, spiritually. That's how they messed up with your first head. You know? But let's continue listening to him because for a reason I want him to talk.
Our homeland. And IPOB ESN has made that possible. And it's not only that we have made it possible, it is our duty. It is our duty to continue to ensure that our land is safe for our people to return home and carry out their businesses and live their life. The Igbo diaspora in the zoo, the homeland of Biafra is waiting for your return and expecting, or rather very expectant, that you will bring that and those developments you have used in developing other nations, that wisdom, that gift, that special endowment from heaven that you all have used to develop other parts of the other people's land. Also, our land is expectant that you will come home. The IPOB leadership is tonight asking every person that at the moment is stationed in the area called Law Banta in Abia State. We understand that that place called Law Banta is called a cattle market.
Fellow comrades and lovers of freedom, I've got a couple of videos that I want to play. But to be quite frankly, I will not waste my time on this clown. But there's something I want to point out here. I remember when they front out the project of Efibo, the Igbo cow, and there was no more Fulani cow in Biafra land. I want to ask tonight, is that still Fulani cow in Biafra land so today? Now, there's something I want to say here. You see, these guys are political jobbers. They know how to send signals. Now, this all Banta, whatever they call it, it's all Jus Okalo that gave it to the cattle rearers or Fulanis to Hausa people in our land. And this guy know that this is not where we go with just mere speaking with your mouth. He asked Chike Doziem what is being sold in Olopanta. But he told us last year there is no more Fulani cow in Biafra land. That's what he told us last year. You see, when you guys go on and be making in cynical comment, it become detrimental. Because our people brain is not functioning. He said things, he forgot what he said before. Allah Pantana is saying it because he want whoever that is taking over now to them to contact you guys because you guys are getting a bag of money from them. It's not something that we don't know. China Sanwo-Olu, sometimes every rumor you had, yeah, there's atom of truth on it. Remember when they accused China Sanwo-Olu and Chike Doziem going back to Biafra land, they being in Jeep and China Sanwo-Olu building a hotel. Some of us then defended these individuals. But to be honest with you, not anymore. And to be fact, they actually traveled that time because later sources told us they actually went home. Because I remember this China Sanwo-Olu saying that there was one time he came to say that he called Emmanuel and put it on video call. Emmanuel did not know where you live. You haven't seen Emmanuel. Emmanuel, he sees Emmanuel. Emmanuel have not seen you before, if I'm not mistaken. China Sanwo-Olu, the money, the welfare money, because he was involved in welfare, sending messages. He used our money to go and build a hotel. I think in Ebonyi State. That's why I started talking about Ebonyi State. These things are facts. And now they are now into money. The same thing happened between them and Soludo. Soludo discovered that these are clowns. When Soludo came out and said IPOB is emphatically working with IPOB, he never heard and said anything. The reason why I stopped Chike Doziem is that Chike Doziem, I want Biafran to listen. Chike Doziem came on the 15th. Is it on 15th? On the 15th of April. On Saturday, I did a program that Sunday. After 31st, our people were mowed down in Aba. He never mentioned their name. He's telling you all these things now, talking about Lord Panther. I'm asking, are they still selling a Fulani cow in Biafra land? If they are still selling it, then you don't take a man like this as serious. Chikism is a vegetable. He's only talking about his belly. What is concerned, what he cares about is what is going to go into his stomach. Nothing else. Nothing else. That's what he's talking about. This is prepared. These are agendas that will propel. That's what they're dealing with. Now, I just want to touch on one or two things here before I go. I want to play
Alpha Media International.
This is ASN Abia Command in collaboration with IPOB under the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu on a peaceful protest, protesting for the release of their leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and asking the Nigerian government to obey their court order and release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu.
I hope all of you are hearing the voice. This is a man that came out with their whole heart to protest for our leader. But little they know that this man planned them to be roasted alive. This girl that called Chisom Dream Cindy. This is the person China Sanwo-Olu has been using lately. That's why they're carrying smear attack on Neche. Neche is not at your reach now. Neche survived the manhunt of China Sanwo-Olu and his cohort. And for your information, especially you, Cindy, when involving on threatening people's family, don't forget their own family, don't hang them on tree. It's just things that I'm going to remind you.
This is Eastern Security Network Abia State Command in collaboration with IPOB under the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu on a peaceful protest.
The funny thing about this is that it baffles me when they pronounce Onyendu's name. This young girl don't even know Onyendu's son. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, not Kalu. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, not Kalu. Our leader's name is not Kalu, it's Kamanu Ozuzu. K-A-N-U. Not K-A-L-U. Kamanu Ozuzu. Please. Just show you that they don't know who Onyendu is. For abundance of doubt.
Seeking for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu asking Nigeria government to obey their court order by releasing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu with immediate effect. We ask for nothing than release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They are shooting at us. That's all. We are peaceful fighters and they are shooting at us.
The same Chisom Dream, she's the one, probably 200 yards away, and shouting this same thing they're shooting at us. It's quite disheartening what happened actually on 31st. Very, very disheartening.
Nigeria government is shooting at us. We are on peaceful protest and Nigeria government is shooting at us. They are shooting at us. Tourist targets everywhere. We are on peaceful protest. We are on peaceful protest and they are shooting at us. You can hear the gunshots. People are shooting and shooting. Peaceful IPOB members are protesting.
I post this video because I want people to pay attention. That is our comrade, our brother, Akparawa Mende, lying lifelessly there with white and black. And you can see someone is standing beside him, and they're still shouting, they're shooting at us. It brings tears to my eyes to see this kind of betrayal on this scale. This young man woke up in his house wholeheartedly and listened to those that call their leaders without knowing that that was the last day he's going to say good morning to his own family. And after they murdered him, they lied against him. That's the worst thing he can do to death. When someone is dead, you don't lie against them. You don't blame them because they are no more. They cannot defend themselves. They are defenseless. That young man is lying lifelessly there. But these people, when I had to come to Radio Biafra and deny, after denying it, Chikirozem came on Radio Biafra. He didn't acknowledge this death. And you guys still believe that these people, as we are looking at them today, they have anything to offer or to do with IPOB or Biafrans? Of course not. Let the video end.
All of you used to see it. They come on social media. They will sack Chikedozium. When they do we sack Chikedozium, he will sack the DOS. All of you are seeing it. Am I the one saying, is it not all on social media? These are destruction, distracting the struggle, and they are being controlled by government fifth columnists. They don't know what, some of them don't know what they are doing. Some of them knew. Mazi, for 1 year plus, when Onyendu, everybody remembered it. For 1 year plus, when Onyendu was caught, IPOB case, do you understand me? IPOB proscription as a terrorist group in the Nigerian Court of Law. It was there. Everybody could remember when we fought for this, when we fought for that, fought for this. Please, let peace be there. At the end of the day, which date did they get us for the Ninth Court of Appeal for our case? 16th October. Do they want us to clap for them? Whoever got the case, whoever got that date, do they want us to clap for them? Because most of them left what they're supposed to be doing as legal practitioners They are interfering in IPOB. That is why they got us 16th October 2023. And from Monday, that they are going to visit Onyendu. Any of them that comes and write rubbish, Akachineke, this night, IPOB media warriors descend on that particular person.
I just want to, the reason why I want this to play before I can comment. Our young, lovely sister, a hardcore that have worked assiduously, is in our court, must be protected, wherever she is. And she will give her own version of this whole story because she survived the manhunt of China Sanwo-Olu. Like I said, talk is cheap. Whatever you said, that is why when police hold you, even if you commit no crime, he said that whatever you said, he said you have the right to remain silent. You have the right to keep quiet. Don't say a word. Because whatever you said might be used against you in the court of law tomorrow. China Sanwo-Olu make them bold here. Tell you how they operate. Now, they will send all the whole E-worms after you. If this is not enough, then they will now send, you will use the C. If not, if the DSS cannot get to you, then he will use his dead man squad to come after you, which you have done in a numerous time. Which all those things will come out on a due time. Like I said, my brother, you can run, but you can't hide. We're living in a small world. If I told you how many people they arrested in South America in 90s, when like a Brazil now start extradition now, because before Brazil wasn't doing it, before they signed that treaty for them not to, because all the criminals in Europe before run to Brazil, Brazil welcomed them. They were not extraditing them. But as long as Brazil come up to that, realm in the world map, now they knew that they have to have this kind of treaty with other countries in the world if they want to be seen responsible. If I told you how many people they were apprehended there, you wouldn't believe it. You can hide in Kuwait for all you care, but remember that the crime he committed in Biafra land, you cannot get away with it. There's still first-hand informations against you that you will answer in a due day. The reason why I want to point out is, so I want to tell my sister Nature, wherever you are, if you ever come across this video, do not be deterred because you're not alone. We all are the same victim of these animals. They have chosen to come and destroy IPOB within. They were pointing finger to people that have got no duty care to IPOB, whereas they're within doing their dirt. But woe betide them, because we are here. We ain't going nowhere. I'll allow him to finish. So, because I want everybody to hear it, then I'm going to play the video of how they are sending people to DSS and cutting up their balls. Because like I said, anything I said, I will prove it at the end of it.
And tear him apart. If you finish tearing him apart, I will show you on ground. You come out this night, Mazi. Whether you are IPOB lawyer, whether you are special counsel to Makachineke, I am saying this thing this evening. From Monday, IPOB members, everybody listen. If you
subsequently this week, because everybody shouldn't forget, I said I was gonna do the
For Alpha Power Media International.
So let's listen to. I just want us to listen to this guy because it is very imperative that we understand the magnitude of the errors and evil these men have orchestrated within IPOB and how they chastise those that are weakling. A lot of people have lost sight and hope. The threat is enormous. So just to buttress what I said, listen to this guy, and he could tell what is happening to our sister Nature, which they have done to, even including myself. I was, if now because I live here in UK, imagine if I was back in Biafra land, What was my crime? My crime was that I sent money to the designated account. That was it. And because it is not because I committed any crime, because they see me as somebody that when they say a blockade, they say, see that we can't cross this guard. They know that I cannot be bought over. Because no one brought me in. I voluntarily joined the struggle, and there's nothing anybody can do about it. You can't buy me with money. You can't buy my conscience. I met one of my comrades when the issue of Okachi United Kingdom, I always reference it. I still remember I told the guy, I said, my stand about then has not changed because I knew I was not wrong. So I want you to listen to this clown that lives in South Africa. These are people that they haven't got a clue from their left, from their right. These are riffraffs. And they started grooming them now to become an attacking dog. I remember when this guy used to call Radio Motherland from Ikechukwu, which he confessed. And I have no issues with anybody. All of us are Biafrans. Well, when you start acting like a lunatic, if you're taking some meth, you're not the first person that have taken it. If your brain can't take it, do something with your life. But listen to him, because I don't want to be saying things out of context without proving what I've just said. So let's listen to him.
Hey, Mazi, ESN. And do you expect Mazi Nande Kanoka China's on Waka? But if I about the half truth, Ojalwa say Mazi China's and Bushes in the ESN. But Oman Mazi Nande apụta akpa afa na Radio Biafra bụ ndị ha nwazili dili ka ha jezuo ochi kanon tafa Chinasa nwere pụtaza akpa afa asị Chinasa is pointing finger. So iburubu ESN then turn ozugbo ochi, then you expect the chief of staff to leave you. That's the question. Iburu ESN becomes an Iburu ESN member. Then he be the general Zulu machine on the mud. Nana on the madana. General rape why. Then China Sangola say, hey, ride on because Nebubu yes and Chineka Kwagoko. I jidelanya bepogamu because you are not serious. Something is wrong with you. I think we are here to joke. The thing about no wonder even say for in IPOB go for some sensitive position I can because all blum mother hanging or hanging about the channel can medal better for the ejidona just hand that over to police.
I hope you heard him said it. He speaks Igbo, so it's free flap. It's not consistent. So Igbo is our language, but Biafra. The reason why Onyendu speaks English is because it's not only Igbo that made up Biafra, and that's what they made people to believe. That is why anything concerning IPOB must be said with English. That is the language all of us can understand now. And Onyendu have said it, the day Biafra restored, every clan will make their own national anthem with their own language. So I don't hope that, but this is something that concerns IPOB. So it shouldn't be said in Igbo because not everybody will understand what he was saying. But apparently, for those who does not understand Igbo, he's specifically talking about those people that are claiming they were ESN, even though that this man has done nothing wrong, and they have now given China Sanwo-Olu a chief of staff to show you the level and degrading and their mentality where they are driving at. China Sanwo-Olu has got nothing to do with our security formation. If he's in part of the welfare is welfare. Welfare in every sector in the world has welfare. So welfare cannot be the financial head, neither should you be the director. You can't be none of this, or commander. You can't make yourself what you are not. And I remember Uchenna Asiebu analyzed this individual. He know their capability. He know their aspiration. He know their level. He know what they could do. And the guy was not mistaken. But this guy is telling you what they do to people. So the same thing they're doing to this our young sister now, Nature. If they cannot, is a manhunt. She escaped China Sanwo-Olu manhunt. If they cannot get you to do what you want them to do for you, the next thing they will do, they will set you up with the DSS. If DSS could not do it for them, they will use their death squad or whoever. He is saying that if he was him being in the position, he's going to be cutting people's balls off. So that is what he's saying. But they know they've been doing many things, because those that have killed and paraded, all those commanders that have killed in the past, what did they do? They practically did nothing, because then some of us, I didn't applaud for them. I wasn't involved. I never said anything because I didn't understand what was going on. I don't dabble into things I don't understand. The security in Biafra land, when you form ESN was to protect our forests and bushes and protect our mothers, our land, not to harm or to hunt our own people. But this guy here now is confirming it 110% to you that China Sanwo-Olu and his gang of criminals, what they do is even cutting balls is what they have been doing, cutting heads. So what are you going to say about it? Just hear how to finish before I give my closing remarks and I'll call it a night.
Half truth is very dangerous.
Biafra Alpha Power Media International.
So I'm not going to continue with any other video. Thank you, fellow Biafrans and lovers of freedom. Tonight has been a wonderful one, even though we have some disconnection with our network. Again, my apologies. I have a new network set up at home, but I don't know for some reason what has just happened. And I thank you all for listening. And tonight, what I want you to take home tonight is this. Our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu shall come out triumphantly. Regardless what the enemies and the mechanicians are doing to break him down, it shall never happen. I want you to understand that China Sanwo-Olu and all this gang of criminals, specifically Chikedozium, does not represent IPOB. As you all can see what happened in South Africa, we've been saying this for over a year plus now, but now is evidently to everybody to actually grasp what we have been talking about. UK have been shouting on top of our voices. Our national coordinators and deputy have written numerous memos to, buttress what we have been saying, because we have a numerous evidence, against this individual. And probably, I don't know if I'm going to come on air this week again. If not, but what I will show you is that there's something we need to lay to bear again. The $747 that was stolen in our first ESN account before Onyendu was renditioned. We have to revisit it. It's going to be a marathon program that all the evidence will be here on the screen. And Biafrans should know. Chikedozium accused Madam Nnenyanya through the guy that we are traveling. This was something they planned. I have it in audio here. I can play it tonight. Maybe I'll leave it for you guys when you know his limitations before the devil took over him. He has no agenda. The agenda is to strive for IPOB finance to some extent, which they have done anything they could. They went to Italy, everywhere, United Kingdom, here. Those money, what are they doing with it today? They have got no clue what they do with the money. But what I'm saying to every single one of you, to know, I'm going to do that program because Chikedozie never asked question about 747,000 that Madam Oyibo and co. within himself embezzled. He never told us what happened to the Umeri account, but he was concerned about IPOB international account in Germany to make sure that that account was shut down in collaboration with his errand boy, a spell criminal current Chinedu in Germany. So what I want to tell you tonight, fellow comrades, whoever that believes that Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the man that sees tomorrow, he must stand with your two firm. He must make a stand tonight and know where he's standing without no fear or favor. Thank you, fellow comrades. And one thing I'm asking Chukwuka Abiyama to continue to strengthen our leader. Those that are in the clear mind and faith will be here with us, because Onyendu will join us soon as we all The same way they took him away from us, the same way he will suffer. None of us we know. It will be something of hard. It's a miracle, and it's going to happen again. And at the end of that, Biafra shall be restored. And for me, from here, I say, it's good night. There one. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wonderful people of Biafra. Depending on your time zone, wherever you are listening to us this moment, my name's Mazi George Izuchukwume. I reside here in United Kingdom as one of the humble servants of indigenous people of Biafra, under the leadership of Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and nothing has changed. This evening, today is the 27th.
Biafra Alpha Power Media International.
This is ASN Abia Command in collaboration with IPOB under the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu on a peaceful protest, protesting for the release of their leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. This is ASN Abia Command in collaboration with IPOB under the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu on a peaceful protest, protesting for the release of their leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. This is ASN Abia Command in collaboration with IPOB under the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu on a peaceful protest, protesting for the release of their leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and asking the Nigerian government to obey their court order and release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. This is Eastern Security Network Abia State Command. This is Eastern Security Network Abia Command. This is Eastern Security Network Abia Command in collaboration with IPOB under the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu on a peaceful protest seeking for the
Biafra
release
Alpha
of
Power
Mazi
Media
Nnamdi Kanu.
International. Biafra Alpha Power Media International.
Protesting for the illegal detention of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and asking Nigerian government to obey their own court order by releasing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, for he has been discharged and acquitted.
Power Media International.
This is IPOB online protest here in Abia State. We are demanding for the immediate release of Martin Nnamdi. As you can see, women, men, and everybody in Abia State is their life and direct. Protesting for the immediate release of Martin Nnamdi. This is Commission Reporting Live from Abia State. This is Abia State Command protesting the immediate release of Martin Nnamdi. See the multitudes of people.
to protest, to demand for this simple thing that federal government should obey court order and release Martin Nnamdi, who was extraordinarily rendition from Kenya. So we are here live to use the right to protest, to demand for this simple thing that Martin Nnamdi should be released as appeal court has ordered. This is Umujuku Writers reporting to you live in Abia State.
Biafra Alpha Power Media International. 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 Biafra Alpha Power Media International.
This is ASN Abia Command in collaboration with IPOB under the leadership of Maazị Nnamdi Kanu on a peaceful protest protesting for the release of their leader Maazị Nnamdi Kanu. This is ASN Abia Command in collaboration with IPOB under the leadership of Mazin and Dikalo on a peaceful protest, protesting for the release of their leader Mazin and Dikalo. This is ASN. This is ASN. This is ASN Abia Command in collaboration with IPOB under the leadership of Mazin and Dikalo on a peaceful protest, protesting for the release of their leader Mazin and Dikalo and asking the Nigerian government to obey their court order and release Mazin and Dikalo. This is Eastern Security Network Abia State Command. This is Eastern Security Network Abia State Command. This is Eastern Security Network Abia State Command in collaboration with IPOB under the leadership of Mazin and Dikalo on a peaceful protest seeking for the
Biafra
release
Alpha
of
Power
Mazin
Media
and Dikalo.
International. Biafra Alpha Power Media International.
Protesting for the illegal detention of Mazin and Dikalo and asking Nigerian government to obey their own court order by releasing Mazin and Dikalo, for he has been discharged and acquitted.
Alpha Power Media International.
This is IPOB online protest here in Abia State. We are demanding for the immediate release of Mazin and Dikalo. As you can see, women, men, and everybody in Abia State has their lives and their rights. Protesting for the immediate release of Mazin and Dikalo. This is Commission reporting live from Abia State. This is Abia State Command protesting the immediate release of Mazin and Dikalo. See the multitudes of people.
to demand for this simple thing that federal government should obey court order and release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who was extraordinarily rendition from Kenya. So we are here live to use the right to protest, to demand for this simple thing that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu should be released as appeal court has ordered. This is Umuchukwu Writers reporting to you live in Abia State.
Biafra Alpha Power Media International. Biafra Alpha Power Media International. Biafra Alpha Power Media International. Biafra Alpha Power Media International.
This is ASN Abia Command in collaboration with IPOB under the leadership of Madina Ndikalo on a peaceful protest protesting for the release of their leader Madina Ndikalo. This is ASN Abia Command in collaboration with IPOB under the leadership of Madina Ndikalo on a peaceful protest protesting for the release of their leader Madina Ndikalo. This is ASN Abia Command in collaboration with IPOB under the leadership of Madina Ndikalo on a peaceful protest protesting for the release of their leader Madina Ndikalo and asking the Nigerian government obey their court order and release Madina Ndikalo. This is Eastern Security Network Abia State Command. This is Eastern Security Network Abia Command. This is Eastern Security Network Abia Command in collaboration with IPOB under the leadership of Madina Ndikalo on a peaceful protest seeking for the
Biafra
release
Alpha
of
Power
Madina
Media
Ndikalo.
International. Biafra Alpha Power Media International.
Protesting for the illegal detention of Madina Ndikalo and asking Nigerian government to obey their own court order by releasing Madina Ndikalo, for he has been discharged and acquitted.
Power Media International.
This is IPOB online protest here in Abia State. We are demanding for the immediate release of Mazi. As you can see, women, men, and everybody in Abia State is there live and direct. Protesting for the immediate release of Mazi. This is Commission reporting live from Abia State. This is Abia State March, protesting the immediate release of Mazi. See the multitudes of people.